Michael Bishop is in my little tiny studio. My little purple K-State heart is completely full. I'm talking to basically the number one Kansas State football player of all time. Arguably, I'm sure for some people, but for me, it's an easy choice. Welcome, sir. Nice to meet you.
Man, Mr. Richards, I am very happy to be here. This is a great opportunity for me. I'm sure it's for you as well. Just to get a chance to talk about life, talk about football, K-State football, and Manhattan, and as we all know, one of the greatest football programs in America.
Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate you bringing your time, and I'm going to shut up for a while because I want to learn from you today. First thing that I am really interested in understanding about you. I know you're still coaching now, but
Yes.
it appears that in your career, you played with a fairly big chip on your shoulder for your entire career. And is there a reason why that edge is a part of you, or is there a mindset where this comes from?
I'm from a two-parent household and 7 brothers and sisters. So everything was about competition, whether we're playing, throwing jacks or seeing who can cut the grass the fastest. Everything was about competition. And I'm glad that I was, raised that way because it taught me some lessons from the time I was 6 years old about being able to control your own destiny, being able to be in an environment where you are called upon, you are dependent, you are dependent on, and I'm the middle child, so I got to see the
Me
top
too.
and the bottom. So we have something coming again. So I
Cool.
got to see the top and the bottom, and for me, I watched my dad work at this Pepsi Cola company. I watched him get up at 4 a.m. My mom was a school teacher. I watched her, go and teach other kids and then still come home and have to teach us as well. So I seen what it meant to be important because you never know who's dependent on you. And I took that same attitude everywhere I went. And the best place of all is in the sports arena when you decide that you want to play quarterback. There's so many people depending on you. There's people that you would never meet in your life that's, don't have an opportunity to come to the stadium, but they're watching on TV and they're dependent on you. So that's a lot of pressure. And if you feel that you can take that pressure, then you take that job. And I think for me, the competitive edge is been in me. I was born with it, and there's nobody, nothing on this earth that can take that away, even to this day. And I'm proud of that. Some people, they say, "Hey, I'm done playing. I got to turn it off." I can't turn it off.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's great that it can last past the athletic career. I absolutely believe that. That's interesting. It's good to hear kind of that mindset. It seems a little bit like almost innate, but maybe mom and dad had a lot to do with shaping this competitive edge.
Absolutely. Like I said, my dad played high school football, and he said he was a pretty good athlete. We've seen a couple of old pictures of him, from his playing days. And I grew up. I got a lot of athletes in my family, so great. My grandfather played professional baseball. We have cousins that's continuing to still do well to this day. Had some family members that played before me that did a great job. So the pressure was always there.
Cool.
So
So there's a
so
culture of competitiveness, and also I guess seeing and being around like elite talent probably helps you
mm,
believe a lot quicker than most people that this is attainable. This is possible.
yeah, most definitely. Like I say, we grew up saying, "Hey, you can do it. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. Let me prove this to you." And
Yeah.
so when you have that in the back of your mind, no matter where you go, that's what you were raised on. You're still thinking that. I still believe that I'm the best guy that's been there. And that's something that my younger nephews right now. If you was to meet them, you can tell that there's something about them because they've seen it, they've lived it, they've seen me go through it, they see me go through it now when I coach. Like I said before, I can't shake it. For me, and this is gonna sound crazy, but this is true. I keep seeing the play clock in my head because I know that if I don't get the playoff, I get a penalty. And so that sometimes it can drive people crazy because now I'm like, okay, I got 25 seconds. Let me get this correct. Oh, if I mess up, here comes a flag. So that's my mentality now. I want to have that play clock. I want people to say, can he do it? And that
Yeah.
that keeps me going.
That's great. And as being a K-State and Bill Snyder fan, we have seen many delay a penalty game
Hmm.
penalties happen in
Hmm.
football. I love that he loves to own the clock. I really don't see football really designed that way anymore. But man, that did come with a price sometimes. You got to get that ball snapped and get the
Hmm.
get the dang play rolling. Moving on though, let's just kind of highlight, man, you had a outstanding JUCO career. I'm just curious, how did K-State hit your radar? How did it become the place you wanted to be? How did that all happen?
Going back to my JUCO days, a lot of people don't know it, but I was in love with baseball. So I played catcher, played pitcher, shortstop, outfield, was hitting 418 in high school. I loved hitting home runs, but football came along as well. Going to Blinn Junior College, I think was at that time was the best ideal situation for me because there's other schools I could have went to. Having a chance to talk with Coach Fritz, Coach Conway, my high school coaches, and the biggest thing for me is, hey, if you're not getting recruited to where you want to go, you can go JUCO and get recruited all over again.
Yeah.
And for me, I said, okay, you know what? Let's give it a shot. I still want to play football. At that point, I didn't care where it was. I wanted to go play quarterback. Coach Fritz gave me an opportunity to play quarterback. So that JUCO was like a D1 to me because it had so many great athletes. We didn't have the best facilities, but we had pride. We have character. We have, you name it. We had it within that locker room. 2 years not losing a game.
Yeah.
There's not too many people in this world that can say that. And I'm just proud to be in the building, to be with those guys. A lot of those guys went on to play Division I football. A lot of those guys went on to play in the NFL. So I was just glad to be in the building and able to do my part to keep it going. Because if I look to my left, I had a guy that was full of energy. I look to my right, I had a guy that was full of energy. If I look across and I'm going against the defense, I see a linebacker that was saying, give me everything you got because I'm coming.
Yeah,
so
you had good players. You had good teammates that
yes.
seem to have that leadership quality.
Yes, and so that was something that a lot of people don't look at, but for me that stood out at Blinn Junior College because everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted to be great. Everybody had a chip on their shoulders. Everybody, even the coaching staff, Coach Fritz had a chip on their shoulders because if you look at JUCO, a lot of people say, "Oh, they went to JUCO because of grades or this or that." A lot of times it's not the case. We're going because we want to play and we want to play right away. We want to prove some things. 2 years in a row, 24-0, we proved a whole lot to the world. Back-to-back national champions. So shout out to my Blinn Bucks.
So how did K-State get you?
K-State came in the picture. I remember Coach Snyder and Coach Mo Lattimore. I remember them coming to Willis, and I tell people this all the time. For about 6 hours, they never talked about football. And I'm sitting there, my parents are listening. I'm like, oh, this is boring. Let's talk about football. I'm a football player. Can I play quarterback at K-State? So after they talked about everything from life to campus life to the city of Manhattan, about the community, and then we got to football. Coach told me straight up, he said, hey, can you play? Absolutely. Can you start at Kansas State? Well, there's 6 guys that's been there already. They know the offense. Can you come in and learn offense? Can you come in and be competitive? That's all I wanted was, hey, coach, if you tell me I got opportunity, then let's do it. Of course, there was other schools who wanted me to come in and play, Baylor, University of Texas, A&M. But sitting there listening to Coach Snyder and Coach Lattimore and visiting with my parents, after the 3rd day, we knew we was going to Kansas because
Kansas State.
Yes, Kansas State. Let me be correct.
Yeah.
We knew we was going to K-State.
Sorry, got to correct you on that one.
Yeah, and I did get recruited by KU though, but Kansas State.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that university in my life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. so after talking with my parents and making the decision, we played the second national championship in Excelsior Springs against Coffeyville. That was my first time, coming to Kansas. So after we won the national title, I came over to Manhattan. I had a chance to see some of the players and see the campus and talk football again with Coach Snyder. And when I got back on the plane to come back home, I knew that's where I was going. And all I ever wanted was a fair shot opportunity to go to be quarterback. And when he told me that I would have that opportunity, I took it and ran with it.
Well, you ran with it for sure. You competed right out the gate, which just kind of let's just fast forward through this really, really amazing. I mean, I would say it's an era of K-State that I think we all recognize as fans, we really didn't know what to expect until you came into the picture and until you kind of brought us to that tier of like, holy cow, national championship. Oh. It's really right there. But before we get there, I want to talk about the K-State Nebraska game. It's game day. What's going on with Michael Bishop preparing for this moment and this win? Yeah, what's going on with you, sir? I'm sure you're excited for the challenge, but
yes,
it's the big deal. This is it.
My first year, we went to Lincoln and they got us. They spanked us. And, we took it across the chin. And I had a couple of friends that played with me at Blinn, and a couple of guys that I played against during my JUCO time that was playing for Nebraska at the time. So, we took that L. But I made a promise to myself, to my teammates, to my family that, you beat me once and you're not gonna beat me twice. Not if I got something to do with it. I remember I had a wristband on that said never twice. And I meant that, because everybody that knows me, when I came back home, I was, talking to my parents and my friends. I was like, man, what happened? What happened? I was like, hey, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. That team was good. And that was my first loss, being in college. So I had to learn how to take the L and keep moving. But I will say this: the following year, I was in Coach Snyder's office. We had already went warmed up, and we were. It was probably about 25 minutes before game time, and I get called to his office. And everybody that knows Coach Snyder, he always keeps that clipboard. He always has that pen. He's always writing. Well, Coach Snyder had on his notepad 25 carries, 33 passes. And he asked me, could I handle that? And I said, Coach, I can handle anything you need me to do today. Let's take care of business. We hugged, and I knew how much it meant to him. I knew how much it meant to the community. I knew how much it meant to the K-State fans across the world,
Oh,
for us to try to get a victory or even be close to a victory. Going into the game, it was senior night as well. I wasn't concerned with senior night. I was concerned with beating Nebraska. And, you get one chance to walk out down the field as a senior and to get a rose and hug your parents and hug your coach and all that. But my main concern was beating Nebraska. We do the coin toss, and there's a lot of noise going back and forth. From Grant Wisdom to all those guys, Jason Peters. I mean, they can talk with the best of them. So and we the captains for K State, we had some words for them as well.
that's good.
But I knew after the official let the fans know who was getting the ball, I knew it was game time. Biggest game in America that year for us. Biggest game in America that year for K-State fans.
Oh,
But for the team, we were in a situation where, hey, could this be the year that K-State beats Nebraska? And my answer was yes. And that's before first snap. You know, I knew it was going to be tough, but I believed, and I knew my teammates had my back, and they believed that we was going to get it done. The best moment after that game for me, it wasn't the fans rushing the field. It wasn't
okay.
the low snap, and I rolled to the right and hit Darnell in the back of the end
Darnell
zone.
McDonald. Yep.
Yes, the best stat that nobody knows about is to see Coach Snyder's face after the game. If every fan would have had an opportunity to see his face after the game, you would understand where I'm coming from, because that was something that nobody expected. So for me, I had a chance to embrace that moment with him, and it was special for him. It was special for me. Now I respect and I understand how special it was for him at that moment, and that's something that I'll forever be proud of.
That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. Must have been Moses coming down from the mountain. He had the Holy Spirit on him, just
Yes.
felt. But to be honest and not to be too just flippant about it, like it was in the K-State program, that win solidified that we're not a flash in the pan, or this isn't just going to happen, or it was a fluke. Or these wins before were just a fluke. And Snyder's doing a good job, but really, can he bring those guys in? It's like, no. When you got Jeff Kelly in the backfield, David Allen, Justin Swift. I mean, there's some dogs there. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh, this is a program now. That's what that win felt like to me and all of us. It's like, okay, we got a program now. Let's keep it going, keep elevating it. One thing I saw that you posted about the Nebraska win, and you said this is what psychotic determination
Yes.
to win looks like. Are you able to put into words what psychotic determination is for you?
For me, and I share this with my kids that I coach. They see me in practice, and they see me still wired up, and they see me. I get a ball and throw it 50 yards real quick and say, "Hey, if I can do it, you can do it." I'll jump into our warm ups, and I hit a receiver on the slant, and I'm still letting it go. And they say, "Coach, slow down, man. You're not playing." I'm like, "Hey, man, you got to be crazy to tell me to slow down." It's basically what I was telling them, but for me, a psychotic determination means whatever it takes, however it takes. How many reps? Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. That's what I meant by you got to be willing to go above and beyond and above and beyond. Get knocked down, get back up, wipe the sweat, wipe the blood, and keep fighting. So when I say you got to have a psychotic determination, man, it's whatever you got, I got. Whatever you want to go through, let's go through it, because I'm ready. Whatever level you on, that's what level I'm on. Plus 10. So when I say have a psychotic determination to be great, and you watch those clips. And a lot of people, when they see me run the ball, it was like, man, you're not even a running back, but you're running. No, I'm running with a psychotic determination to get whatever I need to get from my teammates to keep it going. And I believe that to this day, that you still have to have a psychotic determination in whatever you choose to do if you want to be great. There's a price for greatness, and that
Yeah.
greatness and that price is having a psychotic determination to be great. A lot of people, do some great things, but some of them do it with ease. Some of them do it with hard work and dedication. Mine was psychotic determination to be great, and try not to leave anybody to say, I wish I can be just like that guy, because you can, but you got to put in the work. So that psychotic determination is something that, like I say, I still have it today. And it's another thing I just can't. As much as I want to just take a break and live life, I'm still in that psychotic determination way of life, if that makes sense.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you can rest every once in a while. But yeah, we don't want to dim this flame that you have going, sir. Not at all. Okay, we talked about the good. We're time to talk about the ugly. Okay.
Mhm.
I still have this in my office. You were everywhere
Yes.
after that win. We're
Mhm.
talking number one in the nation. What is that? Is there a weight to that?
For the people, I say for my teammates that had never been in that situation, it was good for them. But for me, coming from winning two national titles in junior college, I've been to the top of it. So for me to be able to help out and put those guys in a situation where they can feel what that feels like, for me was great. But like you said, magazines, the talk about being Nebraska and being number one for me was good. But I was always in the mode of what's next.
Yeah.
What can we do? What can we do to make this even better? What can I do to give my teammates another opportunity, especially for the ones that had been there already, that had been there 3-4 years. I remember a couple of guys that was fifth year seniors that never been in that situation, and they got a chance to be there, be a part of it, to see the magnitude and to feel the love from the nation.
Yeah.
That was special. That was special for me. That's something that they can talk about for the rest of their lives as well. So once
It's
again,
special.
just
It's
just
special for mid-America, small
mhm.
town Manhattan.
Yes, absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's weird. It's very odd. You definitely want to have that feeling though again sometime. Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Are you excited about this year?
I am. I follow K-State, follow the football program, follow the basketball program, baseball program, even the volleyball program. So I'm always cheering for those guys to do well. I'm excited for the season this year because, of course, me being playing quarterback, I watch some of the things that Avery's doing. I wish nothing but the best for him. I think he has a bright future. I think that they're in a great situation to have a guy like Avery that can move, that can make the throws that can make guys miss, that has the speed. And I think with his I'll tell you what I would love to see more. I would love to see more of him just going out there, letting everybody know I am the guy. I think sometimes when I'm watching the games or when I'm at the games, I see from my opinion, I think he's fitting in. I want him to take it and run with it. Let everybody know who you are. Not being cocky, but let everybody know that I am the guy and play within his means. The staff loves him. The kids around him loves him. I watched some of the clips from Big 12 Media Day. I like everything about it. And so, being a former player from K-State, you always want the best for everybody that puts on a uniform. And every year is a special year, if you ask me. Every play is a special play. Every victory counts. And, at the end of the day, we want to have more victories than defeats. And I think they have the tools to get it done. K-State is always pride itself on special teams as well. So every once in a while, you need those
Special
guys to
teams,
step
you.
up. Yes, every once in a while, you need those guys to step up and do it as well too, though. But I think everybody wraps their arm around Avery and cheer him on and enjoy every opportunity you get to see K-State get on the football field. Some people don't get a chance to see that. Some people would never understand what it means to put on their uniform, but I do. So I'm always cheering for
You heard it here first, Avery. Michael Bishop says
them.
you need to cut it loose this year.
Cut it loose. Cut it loose.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all he needed to be like, okay, now I'll start running down the
Uh,
field. We're almost to our time. One question I had for you, I think I might know the answer, is
mm.
you entered the College Hall of Fame in a class with Reggie Bush, Tim Tebow, Dwight Freeney. Who was more electrifying with the ball in their hands, you or Reggie?
Oh, that's a great one. If you ask all the K-State fans, they're gonna say me.
Yes.
I respect Reggie. I had a chance to speak with Reggie when we was there for those couple of days, and I got a chance to really know Reggie for Reggie. I got a chance to talk to him as Reggie Bush, not Reggie Bush, the running back,
Yeah.
and I respect the things that he talked about, and he gave me some great compliments as well. So I truly respect that. You never know who's watching you or who has watched video of you and say, hey man, you did your thing. And when I got that compliment from him, I said, oh man, this Reggie Bush, this is a guy that, I seen jump over people and cut back, cut this way, cut that way, and still outruns, jump over stiff arm. This is the guy that was up for the Heisman as well. So for me, I'm gonna show my respect. I'm gonna give it to Reggie. but in the back of my mind, I would say I'm coming, for it all. But
Hell yeah.
that class was amazing. I had a great time, being in the building, finally getting what some say, I deserved a long time ago. But for me, I'm just glad that I was able to be inducted. I'm glad that I'm in Atlanta in the Hall of Fame. And I will say this: not only am I in the Hall of Fame, but K-State and my teammates are in the Hall of Fame with me, because I know that without those guys, I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I was able to do. So, shout out to my teammates for just letting me be me, for letting me be the person in the locker room, be the person outside the locker room, for letting me be that crazy Bishop #7 on Saturdays. Man, I love it and I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. This is not going to be the last one. We have some conspiracy theory questions that we needed to ask you, but we're not gonna get to that this time.
Mhm.
We also want to know about your post-college career. So we'll get to that as
Yes.
well. But you still got that cannon?
I still got it. I still got it. I let one loose the other day. Probably
You
went
gotta
about
well,
70.
hold on. Be careful, sir.
Yeah.
You
You're
gotta
right.
watch
You're
that
right. You're
shoulder.
right. Yes. 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 Yes.
We
Yes.
don't want too much
Yeah.
rehab right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But I still can throw it. I mean, I throw it every day with my kids that I coach. I even go up to the field myself, and some people see some of the posts that I make. I'm still trying to hit the goal post, still trying to hit the trash can, still trying to drop it in or hit the rim of it or whatever it may be. I still can throw it. That's still with me.
How far did you ever throw the ball?
93 yards at K-State after a practice. But the best thing about that, I was cool with my 93 yards. I was cool with it.
Ooh.
Damian McIntosh came right behind me and threw it 85. That was impressive.
What?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
nuts.
Mhm. Yes.
Who can
And
throw it?
but
Who can throw it 93 yards? Is there someone out there that that had I'm sure there's tall tales all over the place.
yeah, I haven't met him yet, but I will tell you this: if they would have let me compete in, back then when they had the quarterback challenge, the NFL quarterback
Oh
challenge,
yeah, 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 for sure.
I would have beat everybody out there. I think Brett Favre had one for like 71, 72 yards at the time. I think I seen a couple clips of Jim Harbaugh throwing it, even Drew Bledsoe, Dan Marino. I watched all those clips. I'm like, man,
That's
I
that
cannot throw
baseball
those
in you.
guys. Yes,
You and
absolutely.
Mahomes, like
Yeah.
you got that
Mhm.
baseball background.
Yes.
That's probably
Yes.
what helps a lot.
Well, when you're from East Texas, because my dad's side of the family is actually from East Texas, but you grow up playing baseball. You grow up
Yep.
playing every sport. It's definitely in us.
Well, Michael, it was great meeting you. I hope this isn't the last, but we'll let you go and keep that mindset, keep being infectious to your students, your kids in coaching, and thank you. Thank you for everything.
So thank you for having me. Definitely looking forward to future shows so we can get on. Maybe we can go and talk about every game after the game. So post game chat.
Don't make don't write checks, okay?
Mm.
All right. Cool. That's it. That's all. This is perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.